Good evening, everyone. Am I audible? So my name is Kalyan. So I am the program director for Siksha program. So Siksha is a personal mentorship program, as all of you have basic idea about Siksha program, right? But what exactly is this program going to do for you? We will discuss in the next 1 hour, right? So every year we have a problem, that is majority of the aspirants who fail prelims, okay, will think about preparing for next year, that is for 2027 or 2028. Okay, now the thing is, I keep saying everyone, the road to prelims goes through mains. Okay, the road to prelims will go through mains. That means if you want to clear prelims, okay, you have to master mains. So whenever people normally fail prelims, they want to prepare for 2027, and the road to prelims goes through mains. Okay, it's very easy. Okay, but the problem is implementation is very difficult, and by the end of 1 year people will say you have to be mains ready. If you look at 2026, this year attempt, okay, majority of the first timers are writing mains, and one thing that I have noticed among all of them is they don't know how to write an answer. Okay, chalo, happy that they have cleared prelims, but what are they going to do in the mains? That is the biggest challenge. Yes, so it's happy that I'm clearing prelims, but it is also sad that I'm not going to make it to the mains. You're supposed to fail in, let's say, May, now you are going to fail in August. Okay, failure is a default setting in UPSC. You will fail, you don't have to do anything, you just sit there, you will fail. Okay, years will pass, but people don't get into the final list. What is that magic trick that senior knows, or someone who is cracking this exam will know, that beginner won't know? Okay, is it a one-page notes? Is it about writing answers? What exactly is Siksha going to do so that you will end up in service? Because we are not looking for someone who is going to clear prelims. Let's say even if all of you are enrolled in Siksha, I'm not going to be happy if you just clear prelims. The ultimate goal is to get into service. If you just clear prelims, okay, maybe as a beginner you will feel very happy, sir, I cleared prelims. Okay, it's good for you, your family will trust you. But as a mentor, I will not be happy. Why? The ultimate goal is not achievement, is not prelims, right? It's just an action, it's just one step. Again, chalo, you got interview call, but you couldn't make it to the final list. Again, that is not achievement. What is a good achievement? See, service is a byproduct of your hard work. If you get 840 marks in mains, you will end up in service. Yes or no? If your written score is 840, that is the ultimate goal. Why? If you get 200 in interview, you will be in top 10. Even if you get 150 roughly in interview, which is a punishment score, still you will end up, worst case scenario, as an IRS officer. Okay, so what exactly is meant by good UPSC preparation? Somebody who can get 840 marks in mains is good UPSC preparation. That is our goal. Okay, if your goal is not clear, if you are not able to understand what exactly is meaning of clearing UPSC means what? Getting 840 marks. It's not a joke. Why it's not a joke? Again, if you get 300 in your optional, okay, and you have to get somewhere around 470 in your GS papers and somewhere around 120, that is considered as an extraordinary mind-blowing score in UPSC. Will it happen to everyone? We can count on fingers who will get these scores. What about the rest? If you ask people in Ashok Nagar, they will say, I have written 4 mains, 5 mains. Okay, people will say, I have done this. Okay, but writing mains is not an achievement. Right? Getting 840 is a achievement. Every single person should change their mindset to getting 840. If you get 840, that means how much knowledge you have? Very high amount of knowledge. For that person, in the same years, just 3 months before that, getting 100 in prelims should not be a big deal. Yes or no? You will get this score in August. This you have to get in May. Which year? Same year. So first our target is what? This. Okay. How does that work? How does that work? Okay. What's your name? What's your name? Ganesh. Okay, what are liberties in preamble? What are the various liberties that are mentioned in preamble? Sorry, what are the various justices that are mentioned in preamble? Economic justice, political justice and social justice. Yes or no? Now, within social justice, what are the various steps taken by government of India in the recent times? And నేను అడిగాను అనుకోండి. Okay, if I ask you this, by next year May, what are the various steps taken by government for social justice? Then if a person who can write 250 words, sir, this scheme, for minorities this has been done, for SCs this has been done, for STs this has been done, for differently abled this has been done. A person who can write 10-15 points on different dimensions, వాళ్ళకి ప్రిలిమ్స్ లో వాట్ ఆర్ ద జస్టిసెస్ అంటే తడుముకుంటారా? You will not struggle. Okay, now take one more example. Sovereignty, social, sovereign, social, secular, democratic, republic. These are the lines you read in preamble. Now what is the difference between Indian sovereignty and, let's say, not secularism, sorry, Indian secularism and Western secularism? What is the difference between India and USA, India and France? If somebody can write that, for that fellow prelims will be very easy. Okay, now I will ask one more question. What is digital sovereignty? Okay, how do we achieve that? For example, which email do you use? Okay, do you use ChatGPT? Okay, where are the servers located? Where in OpenAI? OpenAI is a company. OpenAI is a which country company? American company. So where is your data located? America. So how is your data protected in India? You have to make the Americans set up servers in India. That is data localization. But they will not be happy to set up things in data localization. So you need to understand that in 2026 the sovereignty is no longer just geographical sovereignty, it's also digital sovereignty. And what are the steps we have to take to ensure we have digital sovereignty? If you can understand that, for that person prelims is a cakewalk. Yes or no? This applies universally, right? Now the problem is the mindset. What do you read in parliament for prelims? What is guillotine? Yes or no? What is starred, unstarred, Lok Sabha, provisions? This stuff you will read. But suddenly when you go to the main hall, what is the first question you see? Is parliament functioning properly? Yes or no? Yes or no? That is nowhere covered in your Lakshmikant. Yes or no? What is the functioning of 17th Lok Sabha or 18th Lok Sabha? Right? How many bills are passed? What is the outcome that is coming because of parliament? Yes or no? Is there any healthy discussion or not? All these things are nowhere read in your Lakshmikant. So when student joins this program or any other program, we normally give them 3 weeks. Okay, in the 3 weeks, last year what I have observed is majority of them spends time on reading Lakshmikant. Okay, now is not the time where you read Lakshmikant. You have to have some idea of Lakshmikant. You need to focus more on application of parliament. Okay, the same applies to your geography. If I say La Nina, El Nino, you are not going to read your 11th class NCERT. You have to be able to draw a diagram on how La Nina or El Nino works. That is mains preparation. Mains mindset is totally different from prelims mindset. If you don't have that, okay, you are definitely not going to get this score. But for a person who can draw a diagram on La Nina, El Nino, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 should never be a confusion. Yes or no? Because in prelims we are always confused because we don't have conceptual clarity. Why? There is a small problem called as recognition mode. What is recognition mode? Sir, options is the gurtuvatta. Okay, this is a common answer that I hear from the students. If you give me options, I will recognize. That means what? You have reduced your memory to just recognize. Okay, what is the mindset needed for 840? Recall and apply. Yes or no? Recall and reproduce. So for someone who can reproduce that, recognition should be a cakewalk. Time and again the same logic works. When everybody knows this, why are people not able to convert this into the scores? Why? There is a huge amount of friction. Okay. Now, what are the common frictions that students will face? The most important one is consistency. Yes or no? Cheptaru. Everybody will join, sir. We will read 8 hours, 10 hours. All that is fine. But how consistent are you? I believe in a very simple principle. Out of sight, out of mind. Yes or no? If you are not seeing the mentors, not only me, if you are not seeing the mentors, there is no fear. If I give you 1 week of gap, what will happen? Monday to Saturday, you will do whatever you wanted to do, and on Sunday, you will come and write the test. And after evaluation, that means after 8 or 9 days, you are going to see the mentor's face for the feedback. Okay, in the 9 days, what happened? All the disaster that is supposed to have happened has happened. Okay, but what we have changed this year is a very simple process. You have to see, or we have to see your performance on a regular basis. Every Wednesday, every Saturday, and every Sunday, you will come to the institute. You have to come. Okay, here you have to write 7 answers. Here you have to write 7 answers. Here you have to write 10 or 20 answers depending on the syllabus. If it's a full length test, you will come and write 20 answers, right? And you don't have the luxury to skip them. You have to come and write, or else we will call you. And after 3 or 4 weeks, okay, if you are not regularly showing up, I will happily remove you from the program. We are not doing this because we are surviving on your money. This is just a value addition program, right? If you are not serious, we don't need you. Why? Because last time when we have done this, when majority of the students came for prelims again, they said, sir, Lakshmikant is new to me, or Parliament is new to me. Parliament is not supposed to be new to you. Why? Whatever you have done in the weekly of Polity, you should help revise you in your prelims. That means you have done some things mechanically. Yes or no? Your goal is not to write the answers, right? Monday, Saturday and Sunday, you have to improve your conceptual clarity. Ultimate goal is what? Writing test or conceptual clarity? Yeah? Writing test with conceptual clarity. What is the goal? Conceptual clarity. Tomorrow, just tomorrow, if you see Hindu paper, okay, and there is a data sovereignty article, immediately you should link it to your preamble. You should link it to your fundamental rights. You should link it to your right to privacy. If that interlinkage is not happening, okay, you are just fooling yourself thinking I am writing answers. Okay, nobody will get 840 just by writing some answers. You have to write what answers? Top answers are best answers. Now, I don't know what is a top answer. How do I go about it? Okay, so again, what do? On Monday, we have a orientation class every week. When the syllabus starts, we have a orientation class. In the orientation class, we will tell you 3 different things. What is the depth of the syllabus? Because depth of the syllabus is very, very important. That means if you take a word water, just take a word water. In UPSC, water. What is water? There is groundwater, there is river water. Yes or no? Water for irrigation. So UPSC can make questions on multiple topics. A student might do PhD on an unnecessary topic or might ignore the most important topic. So based on the UPSC past years, like from 2013 to 2025, we have created around 169 micro themes. So we have split your syllabus into 169 micro themes. We will give you the depth of all the 169 topics, like what kind of questions can come, what has already come. So it will make your life very easy. Second most important thing is we will give you 2 kinds of handouts. Okay, one is a value addition handout. That means pros, cons and way forward. Okay, let's say basic structure doctrine. Everybody will say, sir, Keshwananda Bharti, I have read it in Lakshmikant. But if I suddenly ask you, what are the issues of basic structure doctrine? You cannot write 4 points, right? Your mind has to be tuned to what? Mains perspective. Every topic will have positives or negatives, or there is a way forward. But the most important point within way forward is you need to write them in keywords. This is where the game will change. Yes or no? The chai shop discussion, everybody will say. If I don't remember, just 5 minutes ago I was discussing with someone and they said basic structure doctrine. Yes sir, I can tell about basic structure doctrine. But what exactly is basic structure doctrine? He was cooking in front of me, right? Sir, basic structure means you can edit but you cannot edit, you can change but you cannot change. He was saying in a very, very generic terminology. But what is needed in UPSC? Specific keywords. That means your answers have to be written in specific keywords. For example, as I mentioned, data sovereignty. If data sovereignty is an expected question, you need to have right keywords for data sovereignty. If you have generic keywords, your answers will be generic. Everybody have this choice shop mindset. Okay, what is choice shop mindset? I can explain the concept, but I cannot explain to you in a specific language. Yes or no? Right? So I will tell you the difference. Most of you have white papers, right? Or some notebook you have. Okay, so I will give you 3 minutes. Okay, I will give you a topic also. Can you generate a specific answer and read it aloud? How many of you have that courage? Sir, after 3 minutes I will read it aloud. Okay, very good. So the topic, if you have the pen and paper, it's fine, or else it's okay. I will start the timer. We will understand the process. Okay, don't worry if you don't write. Okay, we are here to learn, not a judgment. But you have to understand what is a generic answer, what is a specific answer, right? The topic is okay, right, which you all know. Okay, your time will start now. I will tell the topic name. Urban flooding. Urban flooding. What is urban flooding? Or you write anything that you know about urban flooding. You should read it aloud. Okay. So don't worry. It's a voluntary thing. Having an intellectual face is one thing, being an intellectual is one thing, right? Right. Brainstorm. Urban flooding. Anything and everything you know about urban flooding, you dump it there. Just only the keyword. Don't elaborate. Don't write answer. If you remember Hyderabad floods, write Hyderabad. Right, please stop writing. So that's 3 minutes. How many of you wrote more than 12 points, 12 keywords? Good. Anyone else? Okay. Who will read them? Don't worry, we are all here to learn. Okay. How many of you wrote less than 5? Less than 5. Okay. You are not able to strike? Yes. How many of you wrote wetland encroachment? Wetland encroachment. Cloudburst. Right. So like this, we will give you certain top expected keywords. Yes or no? Cloudburst is something. Climate change is something. Yes or no? The problem is not infrastructure. The problem is not urbanization. The problem is vagaries of monsoon. Climate change induced cloudburst. When the cloud bursting in a particular area, too much rainfall, no infrastructure is ready for that. Yes. How many of you wrote I flows? The solution for urban flooding management in Mumbai, Chennai, other areas, there is I flows. Right. So if you haven't written wetlands, if you haven't written cloudburst, okay, then what is missing in your thought process? A logical order. Okay. So when I said cloudburst, first of all, why cloudburst happens? Okay, the obvious answer is urban flooding. Urban flooding is happening in where? Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Chennai, Bengaluru, you name the city, we have urban flooding. Then the first option will be what? Causes or reasons. Then you will write 5 or 7 points. Then you will talk about what? The steps taken. Last question. How many of you wrote sponge cities? If you don't write all these things, don't expect 840, expect 640. Yes or no? That is the difference. That means a senior will simply go and write the best keywords. We are writing some keywords. A senior is writing the keywords. What is the difference between the and a? Most expected. When an examiner looks at your copy, he knows this fellow actually have good content. It's not like something you have written. And I'm pretty sure everybody wrote some relevant points. Okay, that is our chai shop discussion. Okay, writing these specific keywords is what? Value addition. Yes or no? This is what we have to learn from Wednesday to Saturday to Sunday. So that in the first Sunday when you write the test, you will see visible improvement. It's like playing the bingo, right? Yes or no? You will brainstorm, I will say some keywords, hit ratio. How many answers are matching? Sir, you said 10 keywords, my answer have 8 keywords. 8 is my score. I said 10, you only have 2. That means your score is 2. But one day will come where you will match all the 10 to 10. You are the ranker. Why? This is the language of government. This is the language of PIB. Yes or no? Where do we pick up the keywords? From thin air. We have to pick it up from PIB. Government have its own process. Mumbai government or Maharashtra government is doing something for urban flooding. Hyderabad is doing something for urban flooding. Yes or no? Or in the way forward, you can write something like whole of agency approach, whole of government approach. Yes or no? Not whole. That ChatGPT meme, right? The whole of government. What is whole of government? All departments in government coming together working on a particular problem is whole of government approach. Unless we develop sponge cities and bring whole of society approach or whole of government approach, urban flooding cannot be solved. Yes or no? If you know any sustainable developmental goal, probably you will use it in the way forward. That is specificity. That is specificity. Or else if I go to the Shiva chai shop and ask him how do we solve the problems of Hyderabad urban flooding, he will also tell some solutions. Yes or no? Everybody have generic solutions. I need a collector worthy solutions. Clear? Right? Now while you are preparing cloudburst, I will also randomly ask you what is the definition of cloudburst. If you can say that, that is also your prelims preparation. But sir, I was not even aware that we have a definition for cloudburst. Then you are here to learn. Understood the difference between generic keyword and specific approach? Okay. The more you brainstorm randomly, you will understand your gaps. Then your gaps have to be buried with what? Proper structure. Your mind has to tune to this structure. Whenever I give a word, it will have some context, reasons, good or bad. If I say semiconductors, okay, is India working on semiconductors? Yes. Are there good things? Yes. Are there challenges for semiconductor industries? Yes. Then you have your way forward. Mangroves, the same. Yes or no? Sovereignty, the same. Not preamble, secularism, the same. Yes or no? Right? Even for basic structural doctrine, it will be the same. Even basic structural doctrine has to be addressed in the right keywords. For 16 different subjects, we will have 16 different set of keywords. Yes or no? Clear? Okay. So the ultimate goal is, there is an illusion. Sir, notes unte I will become IAS. Notes unte IAS avaru. Okay. Notes in the right structure, that too in your right thought process. That means now you have learnt a word. Okay. Then we are not even talking about value addition. For example, what is the economic loss of Bengaluru because of urban flooding for few days? Is there any economic loss? If in monetary terms you have to tell how much? Rough guess. What is, sorry? No, that is all outcomes. I am asking monetary terms in numbers, like XYZ amount of money in rupees or dollars. What is the loss for Bengaluru because of urban flooding? Because urban flooding, no commutation, no business, there is a stall in economic activity. What might be the loss? Different people estimate it in different ways. Some people even say up to $300 billion. Okay, so India will have a huge amount of financial loss because of urban flooding. That part is what part? value addition part. That is second layer. But first layer enti? Having a structure. Whenever you think about a topic, you have to think in a structured order. When you think in structured order, automatically within 30 seconds manam 3 minutes తీసుకున్నాం. But if you can do that in 30 seconds, your brain already have a model answer. All you have to do is write the keyword and elaborate it. Elaboration is through value addition. Okay, once you do this and you complete all the syllabus, you will have full length test. After the full length test or before the full length test, you can have a 1-page notes. Okay, till then it is about putting everything in the brain. Comfort zone is material. Your material is not going to come to you inside the exam hall, right? They won't allow it. Yes or no? It's not an open book exam. You will be alone in the exam hall. You and your brain and your recall abilities. The sharper your recall abilities, the more your recall abilities, you will get into service. Animesh Pradhan is also a human being. He did not come from planet Mars or some. He is not an alien. Yes or no? He wrote all these things. Yes or no? Shruti Sharma has done all these things. Only when you put that amount of extraordinary efforts, you will get something closer to. If your goal is anything but 840, you are preparing the exam in a wrong way, is my humble opinion. And a person who will prepare like this is automatically doing well in personality test, is automatically doing well in prelims. Both are covered. Yes or no? Right? Now, clear? Yes. So this is what we are going to do on Wednesday and Saturday, so that we will teach you how to think. First few weeks we will invest in teaching you how to think. Then we will expect you to take it from there. Yes or no? We cannot do it throughout the year. But beginning days, I will spend time with you so that you will learn how to think. Polity, this is how I think. These are the keywords. Which keyword will go in the which place? In future, okay, I will also give you a box, something like this printed. It will be displayed on the board. I will give you roughly some 20 to 25 keywords on a topic. Okay, then I will give you a page which will have intro, body and conclusion. Your job is to identify which keyword will go into which place depending on topic. See, in one topic it will be good in intro, in another topic it will be good in conclusion. You cannot mug up the process. You have to be organic. Yes or no? That interlinkage has to develop. And you should also identify which keywords are not relevant for this answer. Yes or no? Sometimes we'll mug up some keywords. Sir said keywords. Okay, this topic will come, I will dump all the keywords. But they didn't ask the dimension. Then why are you writing that dimension? Clear? So the game is all about how consistently you will show up, how consistently you will be able to recall, how consistently will you be able to convert that into a proper answer. Now, second most important point is how many questions? 7 questions. 5 into 10 markers, that is your 35 minutes. Okay, I want you to write answers in 7 minutes. Yes or no? Every 10 marker has to be written in 7 minutes. And then 11 minutes, that is 22 minutes. Okay, in 1 hour you have to write 5 10 markers and 2 15 markers. Okay, 57 minutes you should be done with at least 7 questions. That is our goal. You may not reach it on day 1, but over a period of time we will reach there. But before writing, if you do this brainstorming, recall and able to identify the right keywords, then you will write in 7 minutes. Exam hall, if you are taking too much time, the problem is not with writing, the problem is with thinking. You should not think in the answer. Pen పెట్టామంటే వెళ్ళిపోవాలి. ఓకే, ఎక్కడన్నా ఆగి నెక్స్ట్ ఏం పాయింట్ అన్నారు అంటే దట్ ఈస్ వేర్ యువర్ టైమ్ ఈస్ వేస్టెడ్. అండర్స్టూడ్? ఓకే, క్లియర్? So one disclaimer here is we are not covering optional in the Siksha program. It's only GS part. Essay 1, 2, 3, 4 is covered. Optional is totally your independent choice. But we will help you identify 3 to 5 hours for your optional. You can fix a slot. The remaining slot is for your GS preparation. Understood? Okay. But This will not work if you are not consistently practicing that recall. Recall is a daily exercise, right? Recall is a daily exercise. You have to update your thought process. Then, will we help you write mains answers? Yes. But before that, what about current affairs? That is a very important thing that you have to understand. How do we incorporate current affairs in this entire scenario? I told you we have divided the topics into 169 micro topics. Okay, within those topics, whatever is contemporary, we will also share in our group the news articles or links. Okay, so that as a value addition part you can read. Other data and value addition is already covered in our handouts, so don't worry about that too much. Okay, right? So the core idea is to have a weekly loop feedback. The faster the feedback, the better. Okay, so week starts on what day? Every week starts on Monday. Okay, you have Wednesday, you have Saturday, you have Sunday as a test, right? That is a feedback loop. By the time we start syllabus, understanding the syllabus, reading the keywords, practicing the keywords, applying the keywords, and then writing the answers, next week will start. The more you do this, the more the process will be internalized. Okay, right? And we are going to start with polity, then economy, then geography and environment. After that, mains subjects, history and other areas in the end, so that we can transit towards prelims very easily. And most important thing is, no two people are same. Okay, though schedule is common for everyone, if somebody is falling short, sir, I'm not good at polity, no matter how much I try, I'm still weak at polity, you take one extra week, it's fine. Okay, let others go ahead. Others want to write economy, let them move ahead, but you stay with polity. We will complete polity in a qualitative fashion, so that again in January when you start prelims, I don't want to hear, sir, na polity week undi, ba chadavaledu. Okay, the goal is not to write the test, the goal is to master the concepts. అయితే అట్లని చెప్పి నెలలు పాలిటీకి ఇవ్వరు, మహా అంటే 1 week or 10 days extension. After that again you have to join economy. You need that pressure. Okay, and you cannot complete all the 100% of the syllabus every week. Don't worry about that. Okay, but even if you read the most important articles, you will be much better than most people. And we are also trying to incorporate CSAT by the end of November or December, because this year after seeing CSAT, many people have failed in CSAT, those who are scoring good in GS also. So we will give you some assignments or something for CSAT as well, so that in Tasrama, all this hard work should not go into vain just because of one question in CSAT. That is the worst experience ever. So last time so many students are getting 90 in Siksha program because we focused more on GS. Unfortunately, they failed in CSAT. What? There is nothing we can do, right? There is even one girl who was scoring 102 in GS this year prelims, but she was scoring 64 in CSAT. One question is all it takes to collapse a dream. Got it? Okay, right. Now, if you have any specific questions. Role of NCERTs right now, see, probably we can pick up some introductions and keywords from NCERTs. I keep showing this in all my classes. Anudeep Durshetty, Animesh Pradhan, whenever they want to write food security definition, they directly pick it up from NCERT and copy paste it. So we will make sure that NCERT keywords are there in your answers. Okay, but again, dedicatedly reading NCERT now will be defeating the entire purpose. So again, let's every week we have 20 topics. We will try to make sure that you already have a good amount of current affairs compilation. But if I feel, let's say Hindu have explained section, the Hindu have explained section, and Indian Express also have explained section, FAQs, right? So if there is a topic like digital sovereignty and there is a wonderful article on digital sovereignty, I will share it in the group so that it will add as a value addition to your preparation. And notes, all that is not needed. Selective articles we have to read. Say for example, few days ago, S.Y. Qureshi, the former election commissioner, he wrote a wonderful article on fraternity. Why fraternity is very important in India. Okay, if you read that article, liberty, equality, fraternity, what is fraternity? You can write a 10 marker mains answer on that. every day morning we will be sharing which are the most important article from Hindu, Indian Express, Live Mint, Business Standard as a group, right? So you can pick and read which articles are worthy, right? You don't have to make any notes because magazine or handout or our own value addition team, somebody will cover that point for you. So you just have to improve your awareness. Oh, something is happening. If it is really mains worthy, we will convert that into a mains handout as a single handout and give it to you. Okay. Because many people feel current affairs is something extra time I have to invest, but I will say first master the basics. Value addition will come very easily. For example, if you don't know how much amount of food is wasted in India every year, you don't appreciate what is food processing or what is the need for food processing. That is more important. Then if some other article comes, you can easily incorporate. Okay. Yeah. We will have a orientation class on Monday. We will give the handouts, all the required stuff for you. You will keep reading. Okay. We have reserved Tuesday for the last week class. Last test. You wrote Sunday. Sunday you had a test, right? So the test discussion will happen here. You can attend online or offline. Okay. Then Wednesday you have to come here and do the brainstorming. First 2 or 3 weeks we will do the brainstorming, whatever we have done, and we will also learn how to write a answer. Then Thursday, Friday is free. Saturday you have to write again. Sunday you have to come and write. So the more times you come and more times you put the pressure, then only we will figure out. We will have some volumes, right? Okay, right? And here also depending on your speed, let's say your speed is 10 hours. You can read 10 hours a day. Okay, and you are already very good with your optional. Then 4 hours for optional, 6 hours for GS. Which slots and all those things we can discuss in one-to-one sessions. Right. And there are two things. Let's say for example, mangroves undi. Okay, mangroves and a topic మీ దగ్గర ఉంది pending. You haven't read mangroves. Okay, now I don't expect you to read what is mangroves, what is coral bleaching and all those things. That will anyhow be covered in the handout part kada. అంటే mangroves ki threads ఇది ఉంది this, so that you have a holistic knowledge. And so when in probably next year by prelims time మళ్ళీ మనం static books చదువుతాం కదా, అప్పుడు mangroves will be very easy to you. Okay, again if you are really bad అంటే నాకు basics అస్సలు బాలేవు అనుకుంటే maybe we can fit 1 or 2 hours for completing your basics, but not more than that. Okay, again it depends from student to student how bad అన్నది when we sit and discuss we will come to know, but being a graduate we should be able to handle the mains part. Okay, yes. Right, there is a dedicated schedule. For example, the first come basis. Okay, so let's say you are the first person to enroll. Already some people have enrolled. Let's say you are the first person to enroll. Okay, you will get the priority slot. Okay, every day afternoon, say for example Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like this we will have an Excel sheet. Okay, so Monday 3:30 to 4:30 or 3:30 to 4 or whatever time it is blocked for you. Okay, it is blocked for X. Let's say she joined later. Okay, slots are filled. Then Tuesday around 2:30 afternoon this slot is for her. Okay, but due to some health reasons or something you are unable to make it, we can adjust the slots. A fixed slot will be there. See, I don't have to discuss it every time, right? Monday 2:30 is yours, so that you will not have any doubt, I will not have a doubt. So say last year we had a student called as Vinay. His slot was 3:30 Wednesday. On Wednesday I don't normally remember that it goes on with the flow. The moment I saw Vinay, I know it's Wednesday. He was like a clockwork. He used to be that consistent. So tomorrow if I start seeing you, okay, today is Monday, she's a Tuesday student, she's a Thursday student, no confusions. But health reasons you can inform us. Or sometimes what happens is FOMO or panic mode will come. You are discussing at dinner table with your friends, they were discussing some new books, you feel like you are outdated. Sir, I'm feeling a lot of panic. Tomorrow you can come on an emergency basis, we can discuss. Okay, that is also entertained, right? Because there is a misconception that Siksha program is a Kalyan sir. No, it's a process. It's not Kalyan sir mentorship. It's a process. Even if I am not there, this process should work. Even if I am there, this process should work. The process should yield results, not the person. Yes or no? When you follow this, even if he runs it tomorrow, okay, the outcome should be same. Okay, so it's a fixed program. If I keep postponing the mentorship programs, it will be again delayed, and there will be other mentors as well, not only me. You can take the help of any one person, right? Others will also contribute. Yes. Any other questions? Any important questions? Bhaypadakandi, don't think about others. Yes. How do we build vocabulary? Yes. In the same way, morning we will share newspaper articles, right? You can pick up the words. Again, trust me, the handout sheet will be totally unique. No one in India is doing that. We will make sure that the moment you read that handout, it is proper keywords. Okay. All your vocabulary like PIB vocabulary, whole of society, whole of government, whole of policy, winning hearts and mind strategy, Samadhan doctrine, whatever you take the topic, the best possible keywords will be in there. Because I am creating them, so personally I can guarantee you'll have the best from explained articles, you'll have the best from PIB articles, you'll have the best from Yojana magazines. Combinedly, all those things we are creating them. It's not like out of ChatGPT.
So one of regarding the content part, suppose I take a new subject like polity. Like we study Lakshmika, that's the basic. But for me to do some validation, I'm just putting, I'm just preparing something.
Yeah.
Like suppose if I take Vision IAS, value addition or any
Or Prahar or something else.
And then I prepare my some keywords or I take any top-up copy like from the mains, and then I in my preparation mode I understand that they have used some keywords and I incorporate in my thing. And then when I come on Monday here, before writing the test, as we discussed that we will be having some interaction regarding the topics. So and then how will I recognize that I'm still lacking, or is it enough, or I'm putting more content?
There will be a topic. The topic will be followed by the topic key sheet. Every topic will have a unique key sheet. Okay, keyword sheet. You can take that keyword sheet. If you have already made notes on that, if you're topper 90%, it should overlap. Okay, if there are something which are even better in your notes, you keep them. You just update our sheet. Okay, so I will try to explain to you. Let's say I'm giving a topic on secularism. Okay, I will give you a set of keywords related to secularism. In your topper notes, whatever keywords you have noticed, most of them should also be already here. If by chance your topper notes have much better keywords than my keywords, then you can add them here. Or else, most probably, we will have more keywords than you, whatever notes you have made. So that is what we are doing, right? You are doing it on independent basis. We are doing it as a collective basis. Got it? Once you see that, you'll start developing, because you are picking up a keyword from a topper notes. You don't know the context.
Not specifically mentioning the topper notes.
It can be from anyone. Even they have to make notes from newspapers or PAB. Because even the language is not their language, right? The language is Government of India language. If you take Prahar, for example, or Vision or any material, where did they make notes from?
You are talking about the general things. Suppose if we take environment, we use generally for PMFIs, and then I come with that, like, sir, I have read this topic. And then after the test, we are making the one-pager notes, right? Like, because this is, I understood, like, earlier I was having a perception that we study everything and then come give the test. But here the one-pager notes is getting in the last. Generally, in the mains, if we go to that.
See, one-pager notes, again, I will clarify that doubt. What is the purpose of a one-pager notes?
Just to revise before the exam, like we can't.
What will you revise? What will you revise just before the exam? Things which you will forget no matter how many times you read. Not every Tom, Dick and Harry word will come into the one-page notes. Okay, the ultimate purpose of one-page notes is what? Let's say you are reading a topic particularly, for example, urban flooding again. Okay, cloudburst is something that you are not supposed to forget, but if that is in your notes, it's a time waste. Okay, that will be in my keyword handout. Okay, sir, I have read your keyword handout for 10 times. In spite of all the 10 revisions, I still forget this data, this particular keyword. Only that should go into your one page notes. Okay, 80% notes is in your brain, 20% is in your handout, final handout. Your final handout should only have two things: the keywords that you are forgetting, the data, concepts, basic keywords. That is the ultimate goal. Why in the exam hall you are like a rocket on fire? Okay, so many people think entire answer should be in one page notes. That is not how one page notes is supposed to be made. One page notes means, sir, I have revised, let's say, Daniel Goleman's emotional intelligence for 10 times, still I am forgetting the 5 components. Then it will go into your notes. But in her notes it will not be there. Why? She memorized. Exactly. So no two people should have same one page notes. What is easy for you may be difficult for her, or vice versa. Got it? That is the purpose of one page notes. But toppers have, or market have converted that into a ready-made answer. UPSC is not a fool, right? Why? In exam hall you have to convert squares into triangles, triangles into circles. You can only do that only when you have conceptual clarity. Clear? Yes. Essay ki keywords kante anecdotes, value addition and framework system. Okay, so in the essay orientation class again we will teach you how to brainstorm, okay, and what kind of value addition do you need. For example, I don't know, do you know about Rosa Parks? Rosa Park. So then that is a value addition for you. Okay, Rosa Parks and Avida, this is her story. Okay, I will give you. You may use her name or the story in different contexts. So that is how essay is built. Template is very easy, but which example to use where will vary. So in the first 2 or 3 weeks, what we will do is, instead of asking you to directly write an answer, I will stand here, I will put a timer, the 3-minute timer, okay, something like this. Okay, I will set a 3-minute timer and I will start the time. You will start writing. Once we are done, okay, so I will discuss. Okay, you could have used this word in your intro. This is in your body. This is in your conclusion. You took 3 minutes to brainstorm. Now write in 7 minutes. We just brainstorm and no. Can't you convert the whatever we have brainstormed into a proper answer? Even after that, if you are having some issues, in the first 2 weeks, we will iron out the wrinkles. After that, you will improve. Okay. See, I understood this at a very costly price last year, that we assumed that students are having that basic idea. But what I understood is I need to show you a template, literally line by line. This is how you are supposed to write an answer. Once you know how to write, it's easy for you to copy. Okay, that mistake we will not be doing this time. That much is there. First few weeks we will train you. After that, we have to run. Okay, right. Now again, what this program is not an opportunity to meet Kalyan sir or any faculty. That is not the purpose of the program. The purpose of the program is to get 840 marks. Be very clear about that. Okay, 120 in essay, 130 in ethics. That is minimum. That is 250. Okay, worst case scenario, 100 marks in the GS paper 1, 2, 3. That is 300. So how many marks in GS plus essay total? 120 plus 130 plus 300. CSAT question. 550. Right? Plus something around 290 or 280 worst case scenario in your optional. Then you will end up with 830 marks or 840 marks. Srujana, her score was 840 last time in mains. She got All India 55 rank. Right? So that is how tough the competition is. So that is your expectation. Okay. This will not work without proper keywords and value addition. Out of discussion. Everybody have access to ChatGPT nowadays. Everybody can have dump of keywords. You already have a lot of materials in the market which are available in the name of keywords. But all those have to be digested and utilized. If you put the wrong keyword in the wrong place, they are not going to reward you. When I ask students to read a topper copy, they will say, sir, whatever I wrote, same thing he also wrote, sir. I got less marks, she got more marks. No, it's not the same. The usage of keywords, we will always know whether you understood something or whether you are doing the garnish. Yes or no? Garnish work will not work in UPSC. UPSC is not a fool. Right? This year mains paper will be a very good understanding of what is expected of UPSC from you people. That is in 2027. The hybrid questions, the application questions. Yes or no? Mixture of multiple subject questions. Whatever you learn in security, they will ask in society. What you learn in society, they will ask in security. That interlinkage has to be developed. Okay? Clear? I guess the online people have some questions. I'm so sorry. You haven't read Lakshmikant till now. So normally the test discussion, all these things will happen after 4 or 4:30, right? Morning, Sunday morning, it's around 9:30 or 10. Okay, only in the Sundays it will be morning. Sunday afternoon you are free. But the Wednesday and Saturday classes or the test discussion classes, all these things will be around 4:30 or 5 in the afternoons only. Only Sunday test in the morning. Clear? Now, if you haven't read Lakshmikant, but if you have read class notes, trust your class notes first, master your basic notes, then we will worry about how to incorporate Lakshmikant. Because again, Lakshmikant or any other subject is essence, not the book, right? Okay. Now, what will happen if you don't follow this program? First of all, we will make sure that we take your guardian's contact number compulsory. Okay. Second thing, first 3 weeks I will call you personally. Why are you not showing up? I will tell you a true story. Last year, first test, just like you, I knew students will have hesitation, just like whatever she have mentioned. And I called few students. Are you writing? Sir, we will write next week, sir. That next week will never come. They were having breakfast. I said, stop eating breakfast, go and write. Okay. After the test, they came and told me, sir, it was the best decision to write, because if you are not forcing us to write, we will never write. If you think it's a beginner problem, go to core batch now, mains writing students. Even they will have that lethargy. Everybody will have lethargy. Okay, you have to write. I will call you personally. Why are you not coming to Wednesday classes, Saturday classes, either online or offline, or why are you not writing tests? Okay. If I don't hear reasonable arguments, 1 or 2 times I will tolerate you. Third time I will humbly say, please get lost. Okay, this program is not for mutual benefit. Why? We need ranks from Siksha. You need to get into the service. If you are here for some library purposes or just to feel productive, it won't work. Outcomes have to be measured. Yes or no? Outcomes have to be measured. I need to see improvement. If not, please don't even join. Okay, there is no sugar coating. Why? To get into the rank is not everybody's capability, but the worst thing even than that is not even to try properly. So many people message me saying, sir, I have cleared prelims, I don't even know what to respond to them. Why? They haven't even completed a single ethics answer or essay. They don't know how to write a 3-hour essay. You think there are no other serious 1,000 people in India? Out of 10 lakh people who apply, out of 5 lakh, 6 lakh people who write, I'm pretty sure every year we have 900 serious most aspirants. Ramu, who got into our IPS last time, that fellow is writing again. Jashwant, who gave IFS interview last time, he is writing again. You think they will all move aside so that you will top the exam? It's common sense, right? 840 is the goal and this is the path. Accountability have to be there. You have to be accountable to yourself, you have to be accountable to me, or else Tata goodbye. Yes or no? Clear? Answer copies will be evaluated by interview aspirants. Okay, mentor will sit with you for live feedback. Whenever you wrote a copy, Ganesh. Okay, you wrote a copy. Okay, mentor will evaluate it. I mean, the interview going students will evaluate it. I will sit with you or some other mentor will sit with you with the same copy saying why this copy was given like this, what is the marks that are given to you, why they wrote this particular feedback, it could have been better or bad. Normal my feedback will be worst. I will say they have given you 4, I will say you deserve only 3. Okay, so that you will understand, okay, this is the expectation of the faculty, right? Same copy, but that is, see, she asked us, right, when do we meet the mentor? Saturday 2:30. So what do we do by meeting on Saturday 2:30 or Wednesday 3:30? We will discuss your copy so that you will have an understanding. Sir, I need to improve more. Got it? Again, normally it is supposed to be fixed slot, because if I say, sir, for example, for you Yashwant sir, okay, Yashwant sir 3:30, 9 out of 10 times you will meet Yashwant sir, so that last week performance, this week performance, next week performance, he will have a idea. For some health reasons or other reasons he is not available, then you can meet me or some other mentor, but normally we don't change the allocation. Okay, but if you have some issue with that mentor, sir, I'm not happy, or timings are mismatched, I need in the morning or evening, something like that, again we will change the mentor. Okay, right. So 2 things here. One is, first Wednesday and Saturday tests, we will try to incorporate the AI evaluation also, so that you will get instant feedback. When you write on Wednesday, when you write on Saturday, okay, you will get instant feedback within the classroom, so that you will upload the scanned copy and it will tell you what are your weaknesses and what are your issues, so that we can track your progress. Word length, word limit, issues, which model answers you have failed. I told you the bingo concept kada. So we have given 15. So out of 15, how many matched? Let's say 3 out of 15. That is an instant validation to that keyword program. So that we will bring, and also a study planner, but we are still in the pilot tests. Once it is announced, we will provide it to you as well. Okay, right. I hope you got some clarity regarding the program. Again, I am telling you, this is not a test series. Okay, Siksha is not test series. It is a field where you learn how to think in intro, body, conclusion format, issues and positives, steps and solutions, how to incorporate keywords, how to incorporate value addition, and how to memorize all those things, so that you can write a better answer. If you simply reduce it to a test series, it is utter failure of the program. Got it? I keep saying, an empty toothpaste will not give you the paste. No matter how hard you squeeze it, it will not give you the paste. First you have to stuff it with toothpaste. So that is what Siksha is. Siksha is where you build your capabilities. Once you become stronger, automatically answers will become easier. Done? Yes. If you don't have any questions, we'll end the session here. Or if you have any questions, let me know. Okay? Right. Hesitancy to ask or thinking? There is a Chinese proverb. If you ask a question, you are a fool for 5 minutes. If you don't ask a question, you are a fool for a lifetime. Yes or no? So don't worry about others. Very routine. Like? So we have a schedule. We have a dedicated schedule. Ashok sir will provide you that. Again, that is what I said. Let's say common schedule starts on Monday for everyone. But you are very good in polity. You will read it in 1 week. He is very weak in polity. He might take 2 weeks. It depends from student to student. It's a tailor suited program. Okay? Yeah. Right. Okay? Right. Thank you.